I am back with another video. Northwest Wyoming is home to two iconic national parks. This video is about the one people don't talk about as much. But every time I visit the Tetons, I can't wait to go back. Here we go. So here I am about to start another trip to Grand Teton National Park. And I say another trip because I have been here many times. One of my favorite places. Grand Teton National Park is located in Wyoming, less than an hour's drive from Yellowstone National Park. Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park are connected by the John D. Rockefeller Memorial Parkway. You may hear the term the Greater Yellowstone Ecosystem. That includes the Tetons as well. Something to know, when you visit Yellowstone National Park, you will pay the $35 entrance fee. And when you drive south to the Tetons, you will have to pay another entrance fee. So just a tip, if you're going to visit more than one national park in a year, buy an annual pass. $80 will get you in all the parks for an entire year. You'll save money. Highly recommended. The 40-mile Teton Mountain Range and the Teton Valley were formed by a series of earthquakes that took place over a 13 million year period. The mountains, as we see them now, are somewhere between 6 and 9 million years in the making. There are a number of peaks. 8 of them are over 12,000 feet above sea level. Native American tribes, the Shoshone, the Crow, the Flathead, the Nez Perce, lived in the Teton Valley for as long as 10,000 years. The original name of the Tetons, the native name for the Tetons, is Tiwinot, which means many peaks, many pinnacles, many peaks. That is Shoshone. At some point in the 1800s, French Canadian trappers were in the area. They looked up and they called the mountains the Trois Tetons, which translates to three breasts. Now, obviously, these men were lonely and perhaps a bit homesick. These men must have also had very vivid imaginations. Because I got to tell you, when I look up there, I don't see any of that. I see beautiful mountains, I don't see what they see. But somehow, that is the name that stuck. What we know of Grand Teton National Park today, most of this land was acquired by a gentleman named John D. Rockefeller, yes, of those Rockefellers. And he acquired this land for the sole purpose of donating it to the National Park Service. The Tetons are one of the best places in the United States to view wildlife. Expect to see moose, grizzly bear, black bear, elk, bison. I saw this red fox hunting for voles. Pronghorn are native to this area. If you want to see wildlife, and I think I've done a video about one of the best places to see wildlife, this is one of them. So if you're a wildlife lover, come to the Tetons. My favorite season in Grand Teton National Park is the fall. Why? 1, I'm a fan of fall foliage and fall colors. 2, it is elk and moose mating season. If you want to see moose, go to Grand Teton National Park. You will see these dudes all over the place. Couple things about moose. Males are called bulls. Females are called cows. Moose are the largest member of the deer family. They shed their antlers late in the winter. Remember, antlers are shed, horns are permanent. Moose have antlers. They grow to this size every year. As day one winds down, I see this moose. He was magnificent. It's late in the day, and I sit and watch as he beds down, and I decided, okay, I'm going to come back tomorrow, and hopefully you're in this same area. And I'm thinking that he will be because there is a female in this area, and it is mating season, and he is not going anywhere without her. Get up the next day, and I hike to where I saw him last. He's not in the exact same place, but he's not far from there. Not only do I see him and 6 other moose. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I'm happy right now. This moose is what we might say in the mood for love. Now, there are other moose in the area. I watched these moose spar as they were trying to impress one of the cows in hopes that they may have an opportunity to mate. Sorry to tell you dudes, you got no chance. He runs them off every chance he gets. He's a big dude. You can look at him and tell they don't want these problems. I watched them for hours. Sun's getting a little high, decided to walk out. On the way out, ran into another bull. Hiked a little further, ran into another one. It was moose mania. Many people go photograph the old barns and old homesteads on Mormon Row. Now, just know when you do that, you want to do that at sunrise, and just know that when you do, there are going to be 10,000 other photographers there with you. Just letting you know. There are about 600 black bear in the Tetons. Now, when you see a black bear in the Tetons, some people confuse them with grizzly bears because black bears here tend to be brown, and so are grizzlies. But one of the ways you tell the difference is one, well, grizzly bears are much larger. They're big. Hence, you won't find grizzly bear and black bear in the same place. If you find a black bear near a grizzly, it's not going to go well for them. 2, grizzly bears have a hump right above their shoulders. It's very pronounced. Can't miss it. Black bear don't have that. I have not come to Grand Teton National Park and not seen a grizzly bear. You are in bear country. There are lots and lots of bears in the Tetons. There are about 700 grizzly bear that live in this area in what we call the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. I've seen them in the morning. I've seen them in the evening. But I would just say this. There are lots of grizzly bears. So if you're going to go hiking around, a couple things. 1, hike in a group. And 2, carry bear spray. Or 3, just watch them from the road and don't go in the backcountry. Just a tip. Something about grizzlies. Grizzlies stop traffic for a good reason, because people do crazy things. It's like they tried to go out and approach grizzly bears, and then we read about them in the news, and people will get mad at bears when a bear is really just being a bear and people are just being stupid. So just let me say this again. Please do not approach the wildlife. It's called wildlife for a reason. So there are a number of park rangers, law enforcement, and staff when there is a grizzly close to the road, because people, it's just hard to explain what people will do. Watched her for another 2 hours. And then she decided that she wants to cross the road. When a bear crosses the road, all the traffic stops. As you can see, there are park rangers, there is law enforcement, everyone in this area to give the bear a path across the street. Then she decides to cross the road, draws the attention of hundreds of people, stops traffic, and she nonchalantly just goes about her way. I've seen this a number of times, and every time I see it, it's like the first time. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. It's been quite a day. I've stayed out and I've watched wildlife from sunrise to sunset. I even stayed out a little later, watched the stars. I leave the Tetons absolutely full. I'm about to head north to Yellowstone. But before I go, I will leave you with these. Thank you for watching. Be posting another video soon. Please tune in.